Hello children, welcome to a disastrous dinner. Don't worry, I'm not inviting you for a disastrous dinner. But this is a chapter that we're going to read today from the English Literature textbook of Standard 4. The story in the textbook has been taken from the novel by Louisa May Alcott. Now let us know something about the author. She was born in November 29, 1832 and was an American author. Alcott was the best-selling novelist of the late 1800s and her novel Little Women made her famous. She died in March 6, 1888 in Boston and a movie with the same name Little Women was released in 2019. Here are the pictures from her novel and the picture of the book Little Women. Okay, so let us see about the characters about whom we are going to read in the chapter. Mrs. March, the mother of the four sisters. The four sisters were Meg, Jo, Beth and Emmy. Miss Crocker, the neighbor, and Laurie. Let us see the four sisters. The eldest one is Josephine or Jo. The second sister here is Margaret, who is being called as Meg. The third sister is Elizabeth, who is called Beth in the book, and the youngest one is Amy. So, the story proceeds like this. One fine Saturday morning, Mrs. March was not feeling well, so the four sisters, who were the four daughters of Mrs. March, took charge of the housework. They thought managing the house was a piece of cake. But when they started doing the housework, they found it was not as easy as it seemed to be. So, there was plenty of food in the larder. What is a larder? A larder is a cupboard for storing food items. So, Beth and Emmy laid the table and Meg and Jo prepared the breakfast and took it to their mother. The tea was bitter, the omelette and the biscuits got burnt. But then also mother thanked her little girls. So, after this misadventure at breakfast, it was decided Jo will take charge of the dinner. So, let us see what was the things in the breakfast that they got. Yes, it was the bitter tea, the burnt omelette, the burnt bread toasts. And we can see Meg, the devastated Meg. And nobody wanted Meg to prepare the dinner. So, everybody decided that Jo will make the dinner, prepare the dinner, and Jo happily took up the charge. But as soon as Jo took charge of dinner, she first decided to put water to boil and rushed to the market to buy things. She bought a very young lobster, some very old asparagus, and unripe sour strawberries. When she came home, the water was already boiling, and to make matter worse, their neighbor, Miss Crocker, was going to join them for dinner, and she gossiped about everything. Now, let's see the ingredients that Jo had for dinner. Yes, the water, of course, the boiling water, the very old asparagus, the very young lobsters, and the unripe sour strawberries. So, soon Jo realized that to be a cook was not easy. Her lobsters were overcooked. Asparagus was inedible as they were overboiled. Potatoes were raw and the bread was burnt. And her jelly, that was all wobbly. She was hot, tired and disheartened as her dinner did not turn out as she had planned. Everyone came to the table, but no one ate more than a spoon. So, let us see the overcooked lobster, which was already too young, the overboiled asparagus, which was inedible, the raw potatoes, the potatoes were not cooked, and of course, the burnt bread like in the breakfast, and the wobbly jelly. So, Jo, who thought that she would be a wonderful chef and would cook a wonderful dinner, was embarrassed that no one ate her dinner. But she was confident about her dessert, that her dessert was very tasty as she had put a lot of sugar in the strawberry cream and also had a jug of cream by the side. The rosy islands of strawberries in the ocean of cream looked very delicious. But Miss Crocker tasted first and hurriedly drank water. Amy tried her hands at it as she was fond of sweets, but took a spoon and hid her face with a napkin and left the table. In place of sugar, Jo had put salt. Now, Jo was devastated at the way her dinner had turned out. She was about to cry when she saw Laurie's smiling face, and then she saw the funny side of the situation. The unfortunate dinner ended happily. The four sisters decided not to experiment in the kitchen anymore and decided to spend equal time between work and play, to think of others as much as they think of themselves. In a way, they decided to help their mother. Now recipe time, children. We can see here we have got the recipe of an Oreo ice cream, and we already know that to prepare the Oreo ice cream we need the biscuits which are known as Oreo biscuit, a packet of Oreo biscuits, little milk, little cream, a little sugar, a grinder of course, and some chocolate chips. You can see the ingredients and then the process how to make the Oreo ice cream is over here. And I'm sure you can one day make this Oreo ice cream and give a surprise to your mom and the entire family. Now the next thing you're going to do is create a recipe booklet of your own. You can decorate it and at least write 2 recipes in it. Be as creative as you can. So that's all for the chapter. Hope you understood the chapter. Thank you. Stay home. Stay safe, children.